Happy Monday, everyone! Welcome to Melissa's Musing. It is a fabulous Monday today. I am Melissa Steele, real estate agent extraordinaire. So, one of the major takeaways I had, I'm going to dive right in. So, you can see I'm sporting my really amazing, comfy, fabulous robe today. And this is because I'm committed to not getting dressed today. I am really committed to taking a full day off for myself and not having any self-beat-up conversations or unworthiness around that. And one of the major takeaways I had this weekend was truly the fact that my worthiness is still a major issue for me and that I get to continue working on it and that I get to be super committed to it. Because, you know, it's really easy to preach certain things. And John and I recently got into an argument, as most couples sometimes do, and he gave me the feedback. Granted, you know, in the heat of the moment, it wasn't delivered in the best way, but he gave me the feedback, you need to watch your musings. And I was like, oh shit. And it really hit hard. It cut me deep. I was like, that's an interesting feedback, because clearly his experience of me is that I am not necessarily walking the walk, right? That I'm only talking the talk. And it got me thinking, where am I falling short? And where I'm falling short is definitely 100%, no doubt in my mind. There's a few different areas, but one of the major ones is my worthiness. And because I still have worthiness issues and worthiness conversations and the voice in my head that tells me I'm not good enough, I often am in self-beat-up, lack of self-worthiness, oh, you don't deserve that. And often the voice in my head is the meanest voice ever. I was thinking about it the other day that I don't talk to anyone in my life the way I talk to myself. No one. Not even in the heat of the moment. The worst moment. I have never talked to somebody in the negative way that I talk to myself. For example, oh, why'd you do it that way? You're so stupid. I can't believe you did that. Like, how, should have, would have, could have, can't believe it, you're the worst, you're so stupid, blah, blah, blah. That voice in your head, if you listen to it, will never go away. But my commitment to truly being a loving, vulnerable, and worthy leader in my life and in my community and in the circles that I run with, basically with my commitment to that conversation in my head is not serving me, and it's not aligned with what I'm committed to, clearly. So, in that respect, getting the opportunity to coach 68 individuals this weekend on their individual breakthroughs and their worthiness conversations, it became crystal clear to me that I still get to work on these things. Yay for self-development. It never goes away. We always get to keep growing. So, in that respect, over the weekend, I made a really strong commitment to myself that after exerting so much energy, time, commitment, vigor, energy over the weekend for these 68 individuals, that John and I were 1,000% deserving of a day off today. And a day off. Like, robe status, not getting dressed, unless we want to do something fun type of day off. And typically, on a weekend like this past weekend where we were out of our groove for 4 straight days, as the weekend progressed and things came up, I would have stacked this Monday. I would have probably taken a call or two, maybe a quick meeting, maybe, a sync up with my employees, whatever it looked like. There would have been some level of disrespecting what I had intentionally wanted for my day, which was a day off. And typically, I'd fill that with some things, some to-dos, some expectations for myself. And then if I didn't feel up to doing those things, I'd feel bad. I'd be like, oh, what, you were lazy today. You didn't even get dressed. What's wrong with you? Right? Who has those conversations? I know it's a Monday morning right now. I don't even know if anybody's watching. But if you're watching on the replay, who has those conversations? If you have those conversations, give me a pound it emoji. Because seriously, like, we are all in this together. We all have worthiness issues. We all have that self-beat-up mode at some time or another. You know, it was interesting to see some of my students coming out of exercise this weekend, like, I didn't get that. I did it wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. There's no right or wrong. Everything is perfect. Everything is an experience. Every breakdown leads to a breakthrough. Every trip, fall, bump in the road is an opportunity for learning and an opportunity for shifting and an opportunity for growth. So it was really eye-opening to me where I've been falling short in my life and where I've been falling short in my commitment to my worthiness. And so I get to change that, and I get to be really committed to that. And that's one of the things that I wanted to chat about today in my commitment to really getting down with the musings. It's truly being authentic and honest with you guys that, you know, there are days where I struggle. One of the things that we're going to talk about this week probably is that John and I have been experiencing some conflict lately and how we've been working through it and what we get to do together as a team. Maybe he'll be my featured friend on Friday. We'll see. But basically, like, we all experience things in our lives. We all have that voice in our head. The ego conversation, the you're not good enough, should, would, could, I wish, whatever. You know, today, the Monday after daylight savings time, I've seen a lot of statuses about the struggle of being back at work. A lot of my Facebook feed is people that I used to be really close with and people that follow my journey and that people that I hopefully can inspire to step into what they want for themselves. But I've been seeing a lot today in general in this world of Monday morning after daylight savings, coffee, lack of energy, unenthusiasm for being back at work. And it really made me think, if there are areas in your life that you are doing yourself a disservice and are not being committed to your worthiness, we get to chat about that, because you are worthy of everything that you've ever wanted in life. And if that means not sitting behind the current desk that you're sitting at, or not being in the cube that you are within, or whatever it looks like, because John and I realized really quickly, our parents know, we lasted about 18 months at Citibank. We realized that Cube City, as we fondly referred to it, was not our cup of tea, and that we were worthy of more, and that we were not being fulfilled and energized and, you know, within the walls and the confines of those financial walls. So basically, you know, whatever it is in life that you may be having a self-beat-up conversation around, a worthiness conversation around, maybe you badly need a day off and you are doing yourself the disservice of not taking it, you absolutely get to. You are 100% worthy of it, the same way that I'm 100% worthy of sporting this amazing comfy robe all day. It's going to be fabulous. So I am off to go make ourselves some pancakes. I love you guys. I will talk to you soon. Happy Monday.